Everybody seeing the the actual game now? Can you guys hear me? Give it a second while I get my heirlooms here. Anybody out there? Can you hear me? All right, can you guys see and hear me now? You should be able to. Awesome. Okay, yeah, for some reason when I tried to get the game to actually display, it crashed Streamlabs. So, this is a very professional stream tonight, guys. This is the type of quality professional stream that you can expect here at twitch.tv/headbandheresy. We played the game we said we were going to play for an entire 9 minutes, and then we had our stream crash. But on the plus side, I updated my LVUI and I was able to get back to my old profile, so now I know where everything is. We got our we have our heirlooms in place. Unfortunately, because of the new way that WoW works, we cannot hide anything or change anything until we get out of Newbie Island. It looks like Town has disappeared on us, but that's fine. He may be making a new character. He may be done. We don't know. We'll find out. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I really appreciate it. Not sure what happened tonight. Just one of those times where everything that can go wrong does go wrong, I guess. So we're going to keep going here. Oh, I got to use the stupid thing. I don't know. I should know these quests. I've taken so many characters through Newbie Island. But here we are. 15 out. Cool. I'm just messing around, Noki. So read me. I did read you. Oh, re-add you. Oh. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we've got Cole back with us. Let's go ahead and keep going here. We'll move this back down to where it should be. All right, so we are going north to look for survivors. Let's see what we can find. Oh, hey, we found Cole. Playing the second best. No. Playing a Blood Elf. So, we know what he's here to do, Matty D. He's playing a Blood Elf. So, while we're running here to our next location, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all the support over the last couple weeks. We hit affiliate this past week, and we were able to do a really fun community stream on Sunday. Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? I already lost the Diablo run. I got boxed in. You know those trees that spawn the bats out where we were? I got boxed in by those and a bunch of like blue quality skeletons. I couldn't get away from the skeletons, and it was a whole thing. So we moved on to our next game. But man, disappointed that it happened so quickly. We'll go ahead and oh, he wants us to wait for him. Okay. So Cole wants me to slow down the stream. Town wants me to slow down the stream just to wait for him. So I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. What's going on, Alice? I already lost the Diablo run. I don't know if you were here earlier like Mark was, but we upped the difficulty and we got boxed in by a bunch of monsters, and it didn't end well. So it's been a night already. We're like, oh, and the stream crashed. So we're like 38 minutes into our 2-hour stream, and we are not playing the game we said we were going to play because the character died, and the stream crashed. So it's been a thing. All right, Cole is with us. Oh, that's right. We can use the chauffeured one if we want to. So now we're playing some World of Warcraft because that's a thing that we can do. And I had put out a thing last week, kind of just some feelers into the community, and some people wanted to play World of Warcraft together. So we just making some characters and messing around on what I like to call Newbie Island here. This is an area they added to the game with the most recent expansion that has a much better new player experience than the old content does. So if anybody was starting World of Warcraft, I would definitely tell them to come here. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, the aesthetic for World of Warcraft, especially these days, like, just looking out like this, I think it's beautiful. I really like, there's a lot of other massive multiplayer games that are more realistic looking, but I think World of Warcraft, like, nails a really nice reinstall, Mark. It nails a really nice mix between really nice aesthetics, but also being bright. Like I played the Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit, and it was a fun game, but man, that game was just sullen. Like the color palettes were just darkish. I don't know any other way to play it or say it. So since we've had people who haven't played World of Warcraft here, which goes to show that I should never assume that these games have been played by everybody. We're playing an Orc Hunter right now. So Hunters are a ranged damage class. So their goal in high-level content, their role in high-level content, I should say, is to do as much damage as they can from range. They do not tank, so they're not responsible for the defense of the group. And they do not heal other players, so they're not responsible for keeping other players healthy. They're responsible for doing damage in a way which, allows them to stay in the game. So you always want to be safe, right? Because you can't do any damage if you're dead. And you also want to arrange it so that you are doing damage as efficiently as you can, because a lot of the end game bosses are based around you having a certain amount of damage output from your characters. Now, what we just learned is a skill called Tame Pet, and this is a really, really massive skill for hunters. This really defines their gameplay against other range damage classes like Mage. What they can do, and you're seeing me do this on screen right now, is they can tame a pet. They 100% are for players that don't want to try. But if you look at my channel points is max level hunters. So we've tamed this goat, this Gruffhorn. And we can actually rename this goat. So if you are someone who has been to the stream on Sunday and started accruing some channel points, in your channel point spending thing is an option called rename. If you'd like me to name Gruffhorn the goat after you, you should redeem that now. You've got a couple minutes, and if I don't have anybody in a couple minutes, I will name it something else. So getting back to kind of my explanation of hunters. Hunters work with their pets. So we have this Gruffhorn goat, and their goal is to, again, support their team by making sure that bosses actually die. Because the characters that protect players by taking the damage, and the characters that heal players do not do enough damage. So you need to basically cover for them. Boom. And right now we are charged with killing 7 of these Quillboar. I don't know where Cole is. Tim's not wrong, though. Hunters are... Well... Tim is wrong now, I would say, but he's not wrong historically. Hunters have historically been considered an easy class because they did not have much to do. There is a particular thing that I like about hunters in high-end gameplay, which is they're the only class in the game had to delete and restart. Hold up, damn it. Okay. One of the things that I like quite a bit about hunters, I'll need to the boar. is they're the only range class in the game that get to do their whole kind of rotation, get to use basically all of their abilities on the move. And that can be really helpful. So a lot of the end game content in World of Warcraft has mechanics that you have to effectively dodge, like that spell right there that I had to run out of. When you're dealing with very, very high-end content, being able to move while also continuing to damage the boss is very, very valuable. Now, hunters are balanced around that. They're not overpowered or anything like that, but I really enjoy that style of gameplay because I don't have to stop what I'm doing to do something else. I can move while I'm shooting, and that's really helpful. Whereas someone like a mage, what Cole's playing, they do more damage standing still, but when they're on the move, they have much fewer options than a hunter does. So it tends to be, based a little bit on the fight. But anyways, what I was getting to is with hunters and what Tim was saying, again, he's not wrong for previous expansions. Hunters have very often been considered an easy class, I'll say. But in recent expansions, they've really turned that class around in a way where functionally you have to know what you're doing to play the class well. I think that Hunter has a very high skill floor, so it's really hard to be very bad at Hunter. But I think it has a decent skill ceiling as well. I think there is a good gap between the bottom and the top when it comes to Hunter. Yeah, that was my plan, Blooded. I was gonna play Diablo Hardcore. Well, I should say I was playing Diablo Hardcore, and we ended up dying already. So we moved on to a little bit something else for tonight because I didn't want it to seem like there were no repercussions from dying just by starting a new hardcore character. We're definitely going to go back to hardcore Diablo though. That's something that I want to do. That's something that I enjoy. But yeah, I died pretty quick, unfortunately, tonight. We were back to where we were on Thursday. We were kind of cruising around, and we got boxed in by a bunch of bats and some elite skeletons. So we couldn't get away because the bats were boxing us in from one direction, and then the elite skeletons just did too much damage. And then it looked like I got away at one point. I don't know if it was lag. I don't know if they had like some kind of ability to suck me back in. But like I got away, and then all of a sudden I was back in the middle of them, and that's when I died. So we almost pulled it out. But we had we stepped up the difficulty by one stage, and then Town was joining also, which doesn't step up the difficulty overall, but it does make monsters stronger. So he helped that difficulty curve. So right now we've moved on to World of Warcraft, which is a particularly favorite game of mine. It's something that I've been playing for 16 years. If you've been here for a while, you might recognize Town and Noki from the chat. They're people that I've been playing World of Warcraft with. Noki for over a decade now. Town I've been playing World of Warcraft with for over 16 years. And I've never met either of them in person. So that's like one of my favorite things about games is like Town, for example. I met him 16 years ago playing World of Warcraft. We've never met in person. We've played a ton of games together, and this past year I got him hired at my company in the same department that I work in. It's really cool to have a friend like that. And then Noki is, we don't work together. Very similar story. Great guy. Really enjoy playing games with him. Been playing games with him for like 10 years. Have never met him in person. But we've played all kinds of games together. Mostly MMOs. That's an overlap that we both have. And he works for one of my favorite miniature wargaming companies, Privateer Press. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should out Noki like that. But he works for a very cool company that covers some of my interests outside of gaming, or outside of video gaming, I should say. So like this is one of the things I love about games, and that's kind of the stuff, the love that I'm trying to bring to everybody with the streams. Is I meet these people, and whether they're old friends or new friends, and I outed you, I know. You can really. I think I'm past you now. Jerk. You can really develop some interesting friendships here. You know, a good friend of mine met her husband on World of Warcraft, and they've been together for 10 years. And that was where they first met. Hey. All right, let's get some mana pies. What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta get this stupid thing. You can tame more than one animal at once at level 15. Well, kind of. So there's two things you can do to answer your question, Alice. So you can tame more than one pet, and you can have only one pet out at a time. As you level up, you open up more slots to tame pets. But at level 15, you start to get talents. And one of the talents you can get is that instead of having one pet helping you, you have two pets helping you. So that's usually a pretty good talent to take. You know, when it comes to the talents, they really are designed to be, you know, kind of, I won't say that they're all good. There are definitely ones that are better than the others, but none of them are really terrible, at least for Hunter. But that's usually the best talent to take, and I think it's the most fun to have multiple pets. But there are other talents you can take besides that. There's an entire Hunter spec that relies around not having a pet. It's more of like an archer, or because it's World of Warcraft, there's also guns, because there's also like a steampunk element to World of Warcraft. So there's like a marksman spec that you can play. In fact, it's called marksman, where you don't have a pet, and as long as you don't have a pet, you get bonus damage to account for the fact that you don't have a pet. There's beast mastery, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's really focused on you and your pet working together. And then there's one more spec for hunters, which is called survival. And survival is a melee damage dealing spec for hunters. So their role is to, you know, continue to do damage like we were talking about earlier, but instead of doing it from afar, they would be doing it in melee with somebody. So, you know, if you think about it, Alice, in like Druid from the LARP, right? You can build your Druid to do lots of spells and spell balls and things like that from range, or you could take the Ranger archetype and then you turn into like a melee enchant heavy Druid. Kind of similar to that, you know, where you can build your Hunter as a ranged class, as a ranged only class, as a ranged with a pet class, or as a melee with a pet class. You have those three options. Yeah, World of Warcraft, it's free to play until level 20. And then you can actually pay for a subscription with your in-game currency. But nominally it is $15 a month to play. And you know, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, Candy Druid in this game doesn't really exist in this game, but if we were playing WoW Classic, like Candy Druid would basically be the Shaman class. Yeah, so WoW is pay to play, but I always think of it as the amount of time that I spend playing this game for $15 a month probably saves me from buying another $30 or $40 game every month. So, you know, as long as there's stuff to do, as long as they're updating the game and things like that, you know, I think it's good enough. We want to ride this guy. Waiting for you, tour guide. Okay. And now we're in a vehicle quest. So you can see I'm in this helicopter. And what I'm doing is using this kind of steampunk lightning ball gun to get rid of these giant undead monsters. And we need to get 8 of them down. We've got 7, and there's the 8th. So we're going to drop down here. And Town is waiting for us at the next spot we need to go to. So we'll be meeting up with him, and you'll get to see his I guess, Blood Elf Mage? Yeah, Blood Elf Mage. There he is, just staring off into the distance while I kill stuff. Typical Town. Feel free to cast a spell, buddy. There you go. Yeah, $15 isn't too bad, all things considered. You know, I spend more than that on a mobile game every month. Or I guess I spend about that on a mobile game every month. Maybe not more. But like I said, you know, if it saves me from buying one $20 game a month, if I play this enough that it saves me from buying one $20 game a month, it's you know, it's money well spent from my point of view. And you know, like I said, you know, I've known Town for 16 years because I played this game with him. We met randomly because we were in the same guild 16 years ago, and we're still playing together today. That's not an experience that I'm going to have playing Valheim by myself, right? That's not an experience that I'm going to have probably playing something like, you know, even Minecraft by myself, right? So it's something where I want to, you know, it always opens the opportunity to meet new people and have good relationships and stuff like that. Paid for EOS. What is EOS? I'm not familiar with that. Oh, Elder Scrolls Online, right? Or is it something else? How cute, yeah. Town's one of my best friends. I mean, straight up, never met the guy, never been in the same room with him, never been in the same state with him. I've been in the same state as his wife a couple times, but we never met. But yeah, straight up one of my best friends. So we're going to sell some stuff here. ESO, yeah, so Elder Scrolls Online. Yep. See, you say those are the best friendships, Alice, but what I think you mean is that you wish I was your friend only on the internet. You don't want to see me in person. You only want to be internet friends with me so that I'll send you stupid memes and post such woke stuff on your statuses. Yeah, we can do the spider cave next. I really should be doing the mount, but I want him to wait. Or he can clear the spiders for me, that's fine too. I have a bunch of abilities I'm not using, I'm sure. I should check. So woke, I'm very woke. Let me just take a look and see what I'm not using. Oh, disengage, we'll put that on C1. Feign death is C5. Don't need wing clip. That is R. So one of the things that I do, oh, we gotta name Gruffhorn. Nobody redeemed, so we're gonna name Gruffhorn Chat. So chat can help, right? There you go, chat. I named it after all of you. So, hey, Artie, what's going on? If you guys have not, please make sure you show Artemis some love. She is a wonderful, very inclusive streamer. One of the best there is. And I think I saw II here earlier also. But even if I didn't, II is also awesome people. So you should also follow them. We do have a Discord that you can type !Discord for the information for. You're welcome to join. Again, we're just kind of getting started with this channel because we just hit affiliate. So we're kind of just getting picked up on this whole thing. But you're welcome to join the Discord, and we do fun stuff there. We kind of just fart around when I'm not streaming, and good way to stay in touch with everybody. Do you raid often here or just grind? So I've done heavy raiding in the past. I've done progression raiding in the past. Right now, I'm not looking to raid, at least not on stream nights. There's a possibility that I would be looking to raid on nights that I'm not streaming, but one of the things that I try to avoid, because I think about one of the things that I try to think about when I'm getting ready to stream is this a stream that I would watch, right? I'll rewatch my streams, I'll think about how a night went, and I'll think, is this something... Oh, I think I didn't talk to somebody, Cole. I'll think about, is this a stream that I would watch? And one of the things that I think about is when I watch streamers who don't interact with chat. That seems so weird to me. I don't know why they don't just do a YouTube channel. Like, I'm not trying to, like hate on anybody. I know I forgot to talk to them. I'm not trying to hate on anybody or tell anybody that how they should stream or how they shouldn't stream, but I just don't understand why you would stream and not talk to chat. So kind of what I'm getting to roundabout here, Blooded, is as much as I've enjoyed raiding in the past, I just don't feel like I could raid and give chat the interaction that I want to give them on stream. So certainly possible that I would raid off stream. But I don't think I would raid on stream. Definitely not as a regular thing. If I ended up doing it and people really wanted to see me raid, I might do it once. But it's more important to me that I provide an environment where people get some feedback and can talk about what's going on. I don't remember how to get out of here. How do I get back up there? I know there's a way to do it, and I can never remember the way to do it. Yeah, you're doing Mythic Plus in chat, right? Yeah, exactly. Noki knows what I mean. Is it... Do you have to grab something to get back up? I know there's a way to get back up. I just can't remember what the heck it is. Man. We might have to hearth. Can we hearth yet? Keep running forward. If I run forward, oh, there we go. Thanks, town. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, if I didn't want to talk to chat, I wouldn't stream. You know, I would have either a YouTube channel or I just wouldn't do content creation. So, you know, as fun as raiding is and as fun as other games are, that's also why I don't do a lot of like, when I say Twitch, I don't mean capital T, I mean lowercase t. Like, I don't do a lot of Twitch games because I feel like it requires too much of my attention, and that attention's gonna get taken away from chat. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I think what is going to help us build a community is us acting like a community, chatting and having a good time. And you know, I think also just from a streamer standpoint, if you guys enjoy hanging out with me and you enjoy hanging out with each other and I enjoy hanging out with you, then it doesn't matter what we're playing, right? Doesn't matter how we're playing. Doesn't matter if we die in Diablo Hardcore the first 9 minutes of the stream. We get to enjoy each other's company, right? That's what we're here for, to have fun and to talk and chat about stuff. So I hope that that's what you're looking for, because that's what I'm looking to deliver. And, you know, just as a point to what Nightbot just spammed the chat with, that's really what the Discord's about too. So if you are someone who streams, there is the opportunity as a streamer to go into my Discord and advertise. If you're one of my regulars, that's all I ask, is that you be a regular. If you're not a regular around here, please don't jump into my Discord and use it just to advertise for yourself. But if you're a regular, you're more than welcome to share your stream. And as Artie and Town and Noki can attest, you know, the Discord is us just sharing memes and talking about garbage plates and stuff like that. So it's a really fun time if you're part of the community. I don't know why you would want a line to me when I'm not streaming, but you can always use it as that. But it's also just a great time for us all to hang out. Oh, damn, there goes my advertising. Yeah, because you're definitely not one of the regulars, right, Uber? Garbage plate. Did you see in the Discord, speaking of that, Artie, that Town was very concerned about the garbage plate? And, like, he comes from Arkansas. I don't feel like he has a place to talk. I've seen what that dude eats for dinner some nights. We did get all of our emotes, in. So if you're curious, you can redeem emotes with your channel points, or you can subscribe. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription to a Twitch streamer every 30 days if you use it for me. That gives you access to the RIP emote, which people got to spam when I died tonight. And I'm sure there will be more opportunities to use as well. I was going to start selling your Discord as an advertise page. Yeah, feel free. Look, I think I've made it clear at this point, Uber, that you can do no wrong by me. So you can do whatever you want. The rules are for everybody else. So Cole, if you can hear me, I like to do the harpies before the speed boost so that I have the speed boost for the dungeon. Artie is spamming the level 1 and level 2 emotes because she is amazing and supportive and wonderful. And also, just while we're on the subject, don't ever feel like you ever have to give bits or donate or subscribe to be supportive. You being here and talking to me is the support that I'm looking for. So if you're here, and you're chatting, you're doing everything I want you to do. I hope that everybody's having a good time with the stream. And I want to make sure, like I said, that this is an enjoyable place for you, both from a content standpoint and from a welcoming community standpoint. So if there's anything that we could be doing better, if you want to help out with that, let me know. We can definitely find some opportunities to do that. So if you're just joining, we'll kind of do a quick recap. So we're playing some World of Warcraft with our buddy here, Town. I am playing a female orc hunter. He is playing a female blood elf mage. I have a goat pet, which is named Chat. So Chat, together, we are going to defeat a bunch of harpies. And then we're also going to defeat a giant bird coming up. Spoiler alert. Tim wants to know what you can do about your voice. Well, Tim can jump in the chat, and then he can ask me what I can do about my voice. Here's the rule. You guys can trash talk me all you want in chat. You don't get to trash talk me through your partner in chat. So if you want to trash talk me, I want to see your name in chat. All right, I think that's a pretty fair ask. Did I miss a quest? I don't have the quest to kill the big guy. Okay, you missed the quest too. All right. Yeah, I think there's somebody who runs up afterwards. Tim can jump in a lake. Tim's a good guy. I like Tim a lot. But yeah, if he wants to trash talk, he's going to be here. I don't care if he's driving. I said that this is a safe community. I didn't say it was safe for people trying to drive. No, tell him that's fine. That's fine. I know that he is usually here. So Tim's a great guy. He is what was his name now? I can't remember what it was. He's been here. He's been in here a couple times. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember usernames because everybody who's here, you know, a lot of people I know personally, so I think of them by something else. Like with Town, it's hard for me to remember to call him Town because you can see in my video here, his character's named Cole. Jackal, that's right. His character's named Cole. When we met playing World of Warcraft, he was playing a human paladin named Cole Clasher. No matter what he says, that's how to pronounce the name. And so, like, he knew me. I was playing a night elf druid named Thalandar. So for about the first 10 years we were friends. He called me Thal and I called him Cole. Same thing with Noki. You know, that was just the key thing. Yeah, well, you know, I got to keep him on his feet. You know, if I only said mean things to him, then he'd know what to expect, right? I got to keep him on his feet. That's the proper way to pronounce it, yes. Give you a race class. I thought the great Mustaphalis was coming back. I guess we were talking about that for Classic, but you could do Mustaphalis here. Where's our giant bird? There he is. So you can see he does that sweeping lunge. I actually can continue to damage him while I'm moving around. Cole doesn't have that ability. Cole has to interrupt his damage, move, and then restart his damage. So it's a nice kind of quality of life thing for Hunter, and it's one of the reasons that I picked this class to use when I'm streaming, because it gives me the ability to pay attention to the stream a little bit more, and like we were just talking about, that's a really important thing for me. So you know, I don't have to worry about paying attention to every single thing that's happening. I can just be moving around and doing what I need to do. All right, so let me turn this one in, Cole, and then we can go do the speed boost, and then we'll do the ogres. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, Artie. So about half of the people in stream, I should say half, 40% of the people in stream I made friends with through WoW, and then like 45% or 50% I made friends with through LARPing. So you can't really make fun of each other. Moves for Classic. Okay. Whatever you want, man. I mean, we're just kind of messing around. If I was gonna say pie in the sky wishes, probably a tank because we're both playing DPS and it would be easy Qs. Yeah, exactly. I met Uber because he's actually an H&M model. I don't know if you guys are aware, but he's a model for H&M. So that's the whole thing with him. One of the things they also did with this expansion is they reduced the. Oh, you dumped H&M, so you're with Abercrombie now. Nice. Yeah, I'm a hyper nerd. I mean, who would guess somebody who's streaming World of Warcraft is a nerd, right? Like, a total swerve on that one. But I heard there's a thirst. There is. I'm gonna send it to both of you after stream, but there's a legitimate thirst thread for Uber. It's amazing, and like, what made it even better was that he sent me a thirst trap picture today. So, you know, they're all gonna be super jealous that I'm the one who got it. No, I'm not surprised either. Dude's a good-looking man. All right, so I think, Alice, you were asking about how many pets we can have. We're actually going to catch our next pet here. It's going to be a wolf. So this quest is always based on your player race. So orcs get wolves, trolls get raptors, and so on and so forth. It also gives us a really important ability for... we do have to dismiss this pet, though. Or I don't think I have to dismiss it yet. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the stream, Cole, but I gotta do the the pet quest. I don't know why they have this quest. Oh, I have to actually make it. What the hell am I doing? Oh, there it is. So that's the wolf there. So they're gonna catch it, they're gonna bring it back, and then I'm gonna tame it, just like I tamed Chat the goat here. Yeah, based on your race, you get a different pet in this quest, but all orcs get wolves. And you can tame anything, effectively anything that's a beast, you can tame. So we are going to cast Dismiss Pet. That's going to let us, let's actually put this on the bar here because I'm going to forget about them. We will cast Dismiss Pet. Oh, we actually have that already. Okay. Oh, I guess we don't. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to speak to this guy, and he's going to summon the new pet for us to tame, which is the wolf. Again, if you'd like the wolf to be named after you, that is a 1,000 point redeem. You can feel free to redeem now. I'll give it a couple minutes. And if nobody redeems, I will name the wolf. And we'll go with the wolf. Wolf is low-key one of the best pets in the game. But anybody can get a wolf after you leave the starter island. Merple. You gotta spend your points if you want me to name it Merple. Alright. Let's go ahead and pick up the next quest. And we're gonna go over to the ogres. So if you can hear me, town, I'm heading to the ogres. Actually, we'll do the big bear first. And then also, once I get to level 10, my wolf will have its own abilities. So it'll be able to, for example, hold aggro from me. Yikes. Pro plays. You don't see the option? You don't see name as an option? Oh, you know what? I think I had it turned off because we were playing Diablo. Hold on one second. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I think I had it turned off because of Diablo. It was turned off because of Diablo. So you should now see an option for 1,000 channel points. called name generator. You can use that to choose the name for my wolf here. Again, did not expect Diablo to only last 9 minutes. All right. Noki has... All right, I'm doing it. Noki has redeemed the name thing here, so we are going to name our wolf Merple. I was going to name it Scrack if nobody did anything. Don't see me, bear. God damn it, bear. God damn it, Noki. So you get points by watching. You also get points through a couple other things. In the bottom left-hand corner, you should see what looks like a little... It kind of looks like a little backwards question mark, to be honest, but it's supposed to be the top of a bow. If you click on that, it will tell you all of the things you can do to get points, as well as how many you have, as well as what you can spend them on. So you can redeem any of those things. So, for example, earlier, Maddie redeemed a hydrate. So I had to take a drink of my water-esque substance. And Noki redeemed the name generator, which allowed him to pick the name for our wolf, and he chose Merple. 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 That is the name of our wolf. So now we're pretending to be an ogre. We're going to bring our quote-unquote slaves here to the ogres, but we're actually going to not have them be all that kind of stuff. And they want us to dance with the ogre leader here. We are going to do that. Cole's not doing the dance party, apparently. That's fine. We'll keep going. So this is kind of the last area for the island before we go into the dungeon that we're looking at right now. So now we're going to be kind of taking on these ogres. We're going to be freeing this gentleman right here. And we'll be doing a couple other things. So we brought those people by chains up through here. And now we're setting up kind of a little camp here. We'll turn this in. We'll pick up all of these quests. I don't think my mouse is on the right profile. Yeah, my mouse is not on the right profile. That's okay. So we have to kill some ogres, we have to destroy their siege engines, and we have to take down some kind of like ogre lieutenants, basically. Which is what we're doing right now. Anyone got anything fun going on for Wednesday? Any plans for tomorrow that you're excited about? Seems like a weird thing to have plans for a Wednesday you'd be excited about, right? It's middle of the week, kind of getting through it. I just promoted somebody at work to my old position. So I'm spending a decent amount of tomorrow first replacing them in their old position, and then helping them kind of get started on the first steps to taking over my old position at work. So it'll be a nice day because I'll finally get to start kind of offloading some stuff onto them, which is why I promoted them. So that's good. All right, so we've done all of that. What have we not done? Oh, all I did was kill these guys. I never looted them, so I gotta go up here again. Yeah, I did the same thing, Cole. I jumped in. Oh, I think this one just died. Oh, he's still the old corpse is still here. I forgot that you had to loot them. Spent all day on Monday thinking it was Tuesday, and all day today thinking it was Wednesday. That's the worst. That's like a circle of hell, Lothlorien. Like, that is like prime evil torture. It's unbelievable. Like, That is the worst. The absolute worst. All right, so we have helped out our buddy here. We got those. Let's turn that in. All right. Yeah, it's the nice thing for work this week for myself and probably town is we're doing these like sales kickoff meetings. So like half of our day today was locked up in that, and half of our day Thursday is locked up in that. So it kind of basically we get like a day of these meetings where, you know, it's decent information, but we get to, you know, relax a little bit from the customer side of things. All right, so Town and I are going to attempt to do this dungeon. So this dungeon is called Dark Maul Citadel. It's a dungeon that takes place on this newbie island. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this newbie island is once you leave it, you can't come back. So in addition to Town, we have someone that we're not familiar with named Baraka, who is a level 10 warrior, looks to be an orc. So in the dungeons, you can see that these guys are taking a lot less damage from me. Dungeons are primarily a group experience. So the idea is you can go and do the stuff in the... that's a dark head. Are you excited for the new movie, Noki? I am low-key excited for the new movie, even if Christopher Lambert is not in it. But yeah, you can do pretty much anything in the open world by yourself for the most part. But when it comes to level appropriate dungeons, you pretty much need a group. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to this more than I was looking forward to Kong vs. Godzilla, which was great, don't get me wrong. But, man, the potential for an actually good Mortal Kombat movie, out of this world. So we've got some NPC helpers here, some characters that are not being driven by players, but by the computer. And that helps to account for anybody who might not know the game very well. Because, of course, Town and I have been playing for 16 years. Noki's been playing for nearly that long. May even be that long, I'm not sure. I've known him for less than that, but I know he's been playing quite a while. But there's always the potential when we run into these dungeons that we're going to get someone who, you know, like some of you in chat, maybe it's their first time being involved in World of Warcraft, right? So they might not know what to do. They may not know how to use their abilities. They may not train. Your history doesn't start before me. All things revolve around me. So they, anyway, you know, they may not know what they're doing. So that's why you get these helpers. So this is the first boss, Tunk. He's not particularly tough. He's just kind of a big, meaty kind of damage dealer. Now you can see this guy Baraka is taking damage, but he's also being healed by our followers, basically. Probably have more abilities I could be using besides this. I guess not really. All right, so Tunk has been defeated. We're going to see if he has any loot on him for us. So I received Tunk's trunk, which is already equipped, maybe? No, it's right here. So Tunk's trunk is a 12-slot bag. I've currently got an 8-slot, a 10-slot, a 6-slot, and a 6-slot. So we'll replace one of our 6 slots. And we're going to go climb up this kind of area. So we've got these Dark Maul channelers who are summoning skeletons. Once they die, well, they don't really continue to summon it, so I guess it doesn't really matter what order you kill them in, but that's kind of a lead into the next boss. This is a pretty common thing in World of Warcraft where before you fight a boss, usually you fight like something mechanically that's similar. So what you'll see with Gorgroth here is that he is going to be summoning skeletons in this first part of the fight. You can see these decaying corpses showing up. So we're going to go ahead and take care of those. They're running for our teammates, which are outside. This is a common problem with this dungeon, is the teammates stay outside. And we have to fight Gorgroth by himself. They're supposed to come in, but they don't. So we're going to fight Gorgroth, and he has kind of a cool little thing. Oh, here they come, finally. He has a little cool thing where once we get him down far enough, he's going to do a transition. So you can see, even though I'm moving, I'm continuing to cast. That's not something that a mage or a warlock could do as they want to. They do have options for damaging on the move, but they can't just continue to do their full damage rotation based on that. So he died, but if you saw, he put his essence into this dead dragon that was on the ground. So you guys can all kind of guess what's going to happen next here. All right, let's go, Merple. So he's going to do Necrotic Breath. So I'm going to walk away. And again, I have the ability to just continue DPSing while I'm walking, which is really nice. We can just strafe and kill. You can absolutely die in this dungeon. It has happened to me. I think on a monk. I think I died on a monk. So he's going to do a breath again. Looks like Baraka did not get out of the way, but we've got plenty of healing. And Ravnir is down. So he didn't drop anything for us. We can talk to Brekka Grimax, and she will take us out of here. And then the whole story here, we didn't really get into the story, but the story is that you've been shipwrecked on this island, and you've been kind of trying to make do on this island. And now, effectively, you've been found. They sent scouts for your ship when it didn't show up. And now you're here. So now my pet has learned some abilities. You can see I have this new bar in the bottom left of my corner, bottom left corner of my screen. And that gives him a couple new abilities. Dash, which increases his movement speed. Growl, which makes things attack him, so he gets to act as a tank, someone who protects me in that role. And Bite, which makes him do more damage. So he kind of got a pretty big increase there. Now, key thing with him is, you know, with this Growl thing, he can what's called tank, right? He can tank for me in an open world setting, but he would not be good enough, for example, to be our protector in a dungeon. We would need an actual player for that. So if we get on this griffin, it says we're about to leave Exile's Reach, which is kind of the newbie island. Do we want to do that? Because if we do, we can never come back. We're going to say yes. And then we'll have a little kind of mini cutscene here. You can see all these ogres running for the hills. So what's everybody else up to tonight? Is anybody playing some games? What are you playing? How's it going? I love the music that I found for the stream. I love this music so much. It's I can share it for anybody who wants it. Shadows of War, nice. I really like a lot of the systems in that game. The ability to corrupt the orcs and have them be your agents, I think, is super fun. And it's actually, that game is, the combat system is based on my favorite game of all time, which is Batman Arkham Asylum. It's effectively the same combat system, Lothlorien. So like you've got like the warning before they attack you, and you press the button and you dodge or you counter or whatever, and you build up like your points, and then you can kind of like do all that stuff. The sneaky assassin, again, that's a big part of the combat system too, right? So all of that's in there. So now it's just talking about what the Horde is. The Horde has grown a lot since the game started. Originally was 4 races, now it's 9, I want to say. So it's got the original 4. It added Blood Elves, it added Goblins, it added Pandaren. And then it added a bunch of what they call allied races, which are unlocked by doing things in the game. I have all of the allied races unlocked. All of the allied races are maybe what, if you're familiar with D&D, it's kind of what you would call like a sub race for the most part. So, for example, there's the Mag'har orcs. So they're a different tribe of orcs that were never corrupted by the Burning Crusade, by the demons. So, but, you know, effectively they're orc models, right? They just have some different hair colors and different skin colors and stuff. So, you know, it's not a huge thing, but, you know, it's fun to have a little variety, again, especially after playing the same game for 16 years. Hold on 1 second. We got to turn off an add-on here. I have an add-on that automatically handles quest interactions for me. Because again, you know, not that I'm trying to make it boring for anybody that's watching, but when you've been doing the same quest for 16 years, usually you can afford to just not worry about the specific text. Okay, that's not the one that's doing it. Is AAP doing it? I like to make the orcs follow me on top of buildings so I can kick them off and set up traps. I love that. That's super good. That's super good. The ones that always threw me for a loop were the beasts. I like the orcs. I was always fine with. Like I could just jump into like a big gang of them. I know my way around it. Ogremar. Speak with Chromie. All right. Who was that and why were they? I don't remember. On Jack. I should join your group. Sure. Hey, what's up? Zandalari Troll Paladin. All right. Let's see here. Nope, that's not. So one of the things that they've also done with World of Warcraft, because it's been around for so long, is there's so many different expansions, right? There's so many different areas you can go to. And they used to have this really convoluted of like, you know, you stay here until level 60 and then you can go here until 70 or here until 70 and then you go here until 80 until here until 80, whatever. They streamlined that whole thing with the most recent expansion where once you're level 10, you basically can pick anything that you want to do except for the most recent content and you can just do it like that. Oh, good night. Have a good night. Tell Tim I say good night. Enjoy yourself, Alice. So you can do any of the content that you want to do, which I think is great. Great. What level do you get mounts now? It's 20 still or 10? Gotta be 20. That's fine. So I am up for 20. Yeah, okay. I'm up for whatever expansion you guys want to do. I would suggest not Burning Crusade, but if we're going to do dungeon spams for 30 minutes. So I guess we'll do a dungeon. Whatever one you want to do is fine by me. Let me just let me know which ones you guys want to do. It's not 10 for... It's not 10. It is 10, isn't it? You're right, it is 10. God damn it, Cole. Go get where I need to get so we can get our mount here. We're gonna go up here. Acelia redeemed Dad Vice. So I had a Dad Vice like locked and loaded for somebody to redeem, but I kind of feel like it's not really appropriate for you. Like I feel like I got to do something different for you for Dad Vice. All right, here's some Dad Vice for you, stream. There's two things you never want to buy cheap: toilet paper and macaroni and cheese. Dad Vice. I'm glad you like that. I have another one that's kind of like primed, but it's like actual advice, and it's advice that I follow with our finances. So like, it wouldn't make any sense for me to use it on you. You know what I mean? Where's that tree? Did I show you the tree that I got, Acelia? Hey, someone help me out. What's that tree mount's name? Wandering Ancient. So if you could see my screen, Acelia, this is my tree mount. And the foliage changes with seasons. So this is the spring season Wandering Ancient. And then, like, with different seasons, like, I first got it, it was in the winter season, so it had, like, all the white snow on it and stuff. Super cool. I really like this mount a lot. But first things first, we're going to sell some stuff here. And we're going to make ourselves look pretty. I loaded in another Sandalari Paladin, called me a nerd. I got drive-by bullied. I love it. That's amazing. All right. So, absolute, without a doubt, first thing we need to do is find a headband to put on this character. Right? I mean, we're all in agreement, right? That's the first thing we got to do. That looks like a headband to me. All right. Yeah, the tree mount changed with seasons. Hey! I never know how to pronounce it. I know it's Rain, right? Because I know what the YT stands for. So what's going on, Rain? Glad you could join us tonight. We're playing some World of Warcraft. Originally, I had set up to do some Diablo, but I was a little ambitious with how long we were going to live. So that did not end the way that I thought it would. I'll just say it that way. Let's see. Do we want the, like, thick boy bow? I don't really want that one. Need a good bow. I like these because if you use this model, it puts the, Oh, Artemis redeemed Dad Vice. I didn't see that. Thank you for reminding me. I don't feel bad though, because I've been there when you don't start your stream readers. So here's the Dad Vice. Here's the Dad Vice that I was saving that I had locked and loaded for somebody else. When you're figuring out your 401k for work, right? You're given the option to do a normal 401k and a I can't believe it, just a Roth IRA 401k. So the difference is your normal 401k is going to be pre-tax income. So when you take that money out of your 401k, you have to pay tax on it. With a Roth IRA, it's post-tax income, so you don't have to pay taxes on the Roth stuff. So there's two things to consider. The first is, do you think taxes are going to go up? And if you do, you should be investing in a Roth IRA to at least some extent. But most companies that do a match for your 401k do not match Roth IRAs. They only match the pre-tax normal IRA. So my Dad advice to you is that you do a normal investment into your 401k up to your company's match, and then anything else that you're going to put into your 401k that you are able to, do it in a Roth. That will give you a nice mix of pre and post-tax, and it kind of curbs your bets on whether or not things are going to get heavier tax-wise earlier or later, and it lets you take advantage of your company's full match. Dad advice. Yeah, your employer is terrible. They pay you like $2 an hour. You get no benefits. Like, it's terrible. You really gotta find a new employer. I think you gotta talk to HR about your boss, Cecilia. Man, this isn't a very orky bow if you look at it, but I really like the fact that it gives you the stuff on the back. Yeah, I think we'll do that just because I like having the arrows on the back. All right, so did we decide, boys, did we decide what expansion we're doing? Because I got to go talk to Chromie here. Paul's dead. What? Is he offline or is he dead? Wrath. Oh, you're reloading. Okay. Yeah, we could do Wrath. Creed. Let's do murder. So let's go ahead and we will talk to Chromie. We have a request for Wrath, which is fine by me. You can switch this anytime. So let's do Wrath. I know those dungeons pretty well. Wrath of the Lich King. And that should be a nice, easy 20-minute clear for us. We may extend stream if we're still going. Looks like town is still reloading. So let me know when you're done reloading town. I will show the stream the races that you now can be in the game for Horde, because we don't talk about Alliance in the server. So you've got your normal Horde stuff that you started with, which is Orc, Undead, Tauren, which are Minotaurs, right? If you're not familiar with them, and Trolls. Then they added Blood Elves, they added Goblins, and they added Pandaren, which are pandas. And then you have your allied races. So you've got the Nightfallen, which are basically Horde versions of the Alliance Night Elves. You've got High Mountain Tauren, which are Moose versions of the Bull Minotaurs. You've got Magheart Orc, which are uncorrupted orcs. You've got Zandalari Trolls, which are like proud kind of noble trolls as opposed to like the more foresty troll kind of thing. And then you've got Vulpira, which are little fox people. Which a lot of people like to play on the Horde side. We got our headband on. See? See? We got our headband. Has to be there. I'm gonna have to come up with more dad advice. I did not expect to get 2 in one night. So we'll have to have more ready, like locked and loaded for people. Kick this Cole and re-invite Cole. Did he switch again? Oh, he's a Zandalari troll. Okay. We could have just all made Zandalari. Alright, so I invited the new Cole. I'm going to make you group leader, Noki, because you are the tank. Yeah. Swole Trolls is my second, is probably my second favorite race on the Horde side. But I'm a sucker for orcs. I always have been. I play a lot of orc and half-orc characters in D&D. I love orcs so much. Particularly, I really like the orcs in World of Warcraft because they're very like honor-driven race. Like they're very, if you're not familiar with World of Warcraft lore or Warcraft lore in general, they're very similar to Klingons in a lot of ways. That's probably the most. That's probably the biggest similarity I would say in kind of the sci-fi nerdy area is that they're kind of like fantasy Klingons. Yes, we are doing Wrath. And when you're ready, you can get us going there. Queuing is everything. Okay. Yes, all the gas, absolutely. Let me make sure I'm not missing any abilities that I need to be worried about. Aspect of the turtle. Oh, that doesn't do anything for me though, because I'm not gonna do it. Nothing that I need to worry about there. We'll turn off growl on my pet. Alright, so Onjek, who is Scowls and Dwarf. Hey, dwarves are really cool. They should be part of the Horde. That's all I'm going to say. When I play Alliance, which I do quite a bit, dwarves is definitely a favorite race of mine. When it comes to World of Warcraft, I have to catch up with the new expansion. But going into this expansion, I had one of every class on both sides. And I planned it out so that it came out to one of every race as well. So like I had like a max level hunter on, yeah, exactly. They should be your go-to race. So I had like a max level hunter on Horde and I had a max level hunter on Alliance. And I had a max level mage on Horde and I had a max level mage on Alliance. And then like I kind of like planned it out as I was leveling the characters. So like I had a max level human and a max level night elf and a max level this and a max level that. Why don't you play any other classes? That's a really good question. I wish I could tell you. No, I do play other classes. I really enjoy Hunter. By the way, hi, I gave you a shout out earlier. I don't know if you were around though, so I'm going to give you one more shout out here because you are awesome. So one of the things that I really like about Hunter from a playstyle standpoint, I've been kind of talking about this a little bit tonight, is when it comes to World of Warcraft, everybody has a role to do. For Hunters, that role is damage. So they're not there to protect anybody. They're not there to heal anybody. They're there to make sure the boss dies as fast as possible. And in particular, the type of Hunter that I like to play is called a Beast Mastery Hunter. That's the specialization that they take. And with a Beast Mastery Hunter, you can do all of your damage while on the move, which is really valuable in a game like this because a lot of the higher tier fights have a lot of movement. So if you're playing Mage, which is probably my second favorite class is Mage, Monk and Death Knight are also up there. Those are probably my top 4. But if you're playing Mage, there's a lot of like, okay, well, I'm going to cast this spell, but if I move before the cast finishes, I don't get the spell off. And if I have to move a lot, my damage is dramatically reduced because I have fewer options while I'm on the move. Beast Mastery Hunters don't have that problem. Everything that they can cast on the move, and most of their abilities are instant cast. So I can be running around, jumping, ducking behind these, going out, whatever, and it gives me the ability to continue to do all the damage that I need to do. And kind of what I was talking about earlier is if I'm going to do any type of World of Warcraft on stream, I want something that lets me interact with chat as much as possible. And II is a great example of the opposite of what I was talking about earlier, guys, where I was talking II about how sometimes I'll watch a streamer and they won't talk to chat. They'll just play the game and they'll never acknowledge chat. And I don't know why you would stream if that's what you want to do. Like, I'm not trying to come down on other streamers. I just don't know why you would stream if you don't want to talk to chat. So the other nice thing about Hunter is I get to, I get to talk to chat while I'm playing it. It's not as focus intensive for me to play. Artie's making good use of our Blood Elf emote, which is a tier 2 emote. There's Artie's tier 1 emote. Artie Hearts. Hardy. Miss. All right, so we are in the Nexus. So this is basically like a mage prison. We're going to pick up some quests here. So again, our goal is when we're working with this team. Yeah, right. Wrath was such a good time. I think end of BC, beginning of Wrath is really what I saw as like my prime enjoyment time for. Oh, I could put on a title. What's a good title for me? I'll use Lore Master. I'll flex. Lore Master means I've completed every quest in the game. No, I heard you saying that the other day. I don't remember what it was, but I remember someone asking you how you met Kate, and that was how it came up, was that you were playing on a private WoW server. That's actually how I met both of my regulars that I'm playing with right now. Cole and Anjek in this team are Noki and Town in Twitch, and I've known both of them for over a decade. I've never met either of them, but we've been playing games together for a long time. Lolo, what you doing, buddy? Pick a direction. Let's go. So we may be extending the stream a little bit to finish out this. Thank you, Cole, for getting this guy moving. Oh, that's the healer. I didn't realize we had a monk tank. You should have queued tank only. Yeah, well, we'll see how this monk does. He may not be familiar with these dungeons, right? It's been so long since Wrath has been current content, right? So yeah, if you didn't see earlier, this is my lady H, AYCH. She has her headband on. We're playing a female orc hunter. Again, if you take a look in the bottom left of chat, you will see that our viewer points are max level hunters. One of the common criticisms that Noki and Town have for me is that I have too many max level hunters. So I thought that was a good way to do our viewer points here. And you don't really want to go off of this at low levels, but over here you can see kind of the percentage damage done. And really the important thing is that myself, Noki, and Cole, who's Town, we're the 3 damage people, and we're the top 3 damage in the run. That's really what you want to see, right? You want to see that your damage dealers are doing damage. This monk is going to do a lot of damage just because of the way that tank works. But on extended fights, we should be overtaking him. So if you see, as I'm moving around here, and I had forgotten that you had played Wrath II, so, you know, obviously you have a little bit of experience, or maybe a lot of experience, I don't know, with WoW retail, but as I'm moving around here, I can continue to cast my steady shot, and I don't have to worry about if I have to, like, run out of fire or anything like that. I just like that. I like being able to effectively not care what's going on around me. I can just continue to DPS. I don't have any AoE skills for yet, so we're just arcane shotting till our heart's content. Pick up our quest item. Oh, hey, there's still stuff back there. That's okay. That's what people expect from hunters. So how have you been, II? What's going on with you? How were your tacos? Did you enjoy those tacos? I'm gonna get punched through the screen now. So you can see Noki is playing one of the Zandalari trolls, as is Cole. And then we've got a normal troll for our monk tank, and we have a normal Tauren for our shaman healer. So we're coming up on the first boss here pretty soon. Very interesting boss. She's going to split into 3. She also does this cool like whirlwind, and this is actually a really good showcase. If anybody really is wondering what I mean by the ability to continue to do damage while I'm moving, you'll get to see that with this next boss, assuming we don't kill her too quickly. She's going to make everybody like just bounce around the room. And that's going to really highlight my ability to continue to do damage while we're in that stage. Our monk got frozen. All right, we're gonna hug the wall. Fine. So Grand Magister Telestra is the boss that we're coming up on. I really enjoy Monk. I wish this guy wasn't wearing spell cloth or spell leather, but that's okay. Looks like Noki got sheeped. So here's our Grand Magus Telestra. And you'll get to see exactly what I'm talking about here with this in just probably a second. Yeah, see how she does this? I can continue to damage her, but everybody else, well, all other ranged DPS can't do very much during that phase. So I like being able to do my job no matter what. I fell in love with Hunter in Mist of Pandaria. I hadn't really done much with Hunter previous to that, but we were seeing a challenge in the last... that was the last time I seriously raided, I think, was Mist of Pandaria. I tried to seriously raid after that, but it never really came through. We were having a challenge where there was a particular fight in Siege of Orgrimmar, which was the final raid in Mist of Pandaria, and there was a DPS role that had to be done that people were having a pretty big trouble doing. And kind of just the type of player that I am when I play this stuff, if I'm playing with a group of people and there's a challenge happening like that, I tend to try and fill that role. So I made a hunter, I leveled him up, and I focused on you know, effectively doing that role for our raid, and it actually went really, really well. I really enjoyed it. And then I played Hunter. I bounced between Monk and Hunter in Warlords of Draenor. I kind of kept them both going, but Warlords of Draenor kind of fell apart for me because of some drama and kind of a guild thing and all that kind of stuff. And then I started really focusing on Mage in Legion, and I played Mage for basically all of Legion and basically all of Battle for Azeroth. And to be fair, one of my max level characters, my highest, and it's not saying very much because how little time I've spent in the new expansion, but kind of my best max level character right now is also a Mage. I really enjoy Frost Mage. For a couple different reasons than Hunter. Again, they tend to be very immobile. But I just like the way that Frost Mage flows. I like kind of their play style. They're very RNG reliant. So they have a chance when they do certain things that they'll get certain procs, and those certain procs mean they can do other things. And so if you don't get your procs, it can be a bit of a rough time, but over a long enough fight, they come through. I also like that Frost, to me, has a decent amount of burst damage. At least initially. Alright, so we are just switching between targets so that we don't lose anything here. We hit level 11. Hooray for us. Should just queue tank only, yeah. Hey, I just want to say thanks again for everybody for being here. Normally I only stream till 10, which is in 5 minutes, but I think what we'll do is... Ooh, I should not have done that. Whoops. I haven't played Hunter in a while. Oh, hey, my pet didn't draw aggro. So normally I stop streaming at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 o'clock my time, which is in about 5 minutes. But I think we'll finish this dungeon. It's not a particularly long dungeon. So definitely stick around if you want to see some more of this. But just in case people are leaving now, because I know it does start to get late, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate your support. You know, I still can't believe that I'm an affiliate, and man, it's just been such a fun time doing all of this. I might have pulled, and I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out and really supporting and just being awesome overall. As always, I'll say this again later tonight, but if there's anything about the stream that you did like, that you did not like, please let me know. You can find my Twitter in the about section below if you don't have other social media contact for me, or if we're not friends on Discord or something like that. But would really love to hear your feedback. If the audio is bad, if you don't like the games we're playing, if there's something wrong with the video feed, let me know, because that's stuff that we want to work on. We want to make this a fun place to hang out and a good community to be around. Thank you, Artie. I really appreciate it. You're the best. For people who don't know Artie, she is my stream Sifu. Every time something goes wrong, I talk to her. She's been absolutely amazing. We've known each other for quite some time now too, Artie. We met in person through a LARP, and we want to kill these rifts basically now. We've been playing together for quite some time. It's always nice to see her. It is like, I was thinking about that the other day. It is like 10 years, you're right. Oh. What happened there? I think they gave me a new wolf when I hit level 10. But Noki redeemed one of the stream options to use a name. So my wolf is named Merple, because that is what Noki wanted me to name it. Wait, do I have to do something here? I do. Put up with you that long. Come on. You know you're my favorite. I think what's great about Artie and I is like I feel like we immediately wait. Are you mad that she's my favorite? Artie and I feel like when we met, like we were just immediately friends. Like there was no awkward like, you know, am I gonna be friends with this person or not kind of thing. Like we just immediately became close. I mean, obviously, Uber, but don't say anything. I don't want to cause any drama for you at home. I'm helping! That's what my partner says about the dog. She's like, I know you love me more than anything, but I know the dog is not anything. Where's our healer? Where are you guys? Did you guys die? Ai's awesome though. So you should definitely. He went around. He went backwards? Seriously? Or did he go, or did he not, or did he just skip? Can you skip that pull? I can't believe he went backwards. That's so... Okay. Guy's gonna make this the longest run in the world. Onjet has died. Yeah, actually, that probably is the best way to get back there, right? Is to die. Ugh. So the question then is, who's the tippy top, Uber or Pupper? Why do you have to ask me these things? That's not fair. You can't just ask something like that. What's wrong with you? Come on. Don't do that. I mean, yeah, the puppy is. But because the puppy needs me, Uber doesn't need me. See, Uber's a strong, independent man, and he doesn't need nobody. So, yeah. So how does he want us to get to you? Because there's patrols between us and you. Dude, this tank, man. All right, I'm with Noki. That is fair. If I say the puppy, Uber knows the puppy wins. But if I say Uber, the puppy has no idea what we're talking about. My favorite thing about my puppy while we're waiting here, and I say puppy, you know, some of you have seen a picture of him. I know I've posted him on your Discord, II. My puppy is like 80 pounds, right? But the funniest thing about him, yeah, there you go. Be a hero, Noki. Healer is incoming. Looks like he's got some friends. I got some friends. 65. He's not 65 now. Yeah, so I think a lot of you know my puppy. But my favorite thing about him is he has this, like, need to clean me. So, like, I'll take a shower. I'll get out of the shower. And the first thing he'll do is start licking my leg, because obviously I'm not clean out of the shower. He's gonna lick my leg. Where is this tank? Okay, Cole's with us. Watch the flayers, Cole. The frayers. Who's up there? Why is the tank back the other way? I don't think he meant to go the way that he went. Yeah, he's very, as long as we get the healer, we're fine here. Noki can do what he needs to do. He's very loving. And he does, so my partner, Acelia, and I, we had him outside today. We're working on well, I shouldn't say we. Acelia is working on the come command with him. So she had him outside. She was doing some stuff there, and her parents had come by. And I came out and I was standing about 10 feet away from her, but I was on the other side of our car. So Jack couldn't see both of us at one time, so he kept running like back and forth between us to make sure we were okay. It was pretty great. We came around here because the tank was not where he was supposed to be. That was the problem. Tank was. Oh, healer wasn't. Oh, well, somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be. I was paying attention to chat. I blame you guys. Oh, I have not been picking up arcane splinters. That's fine. Yeah, he's a good puppy. He does a good job at keeping Acelia in line, and he's just so good for the boys. If you're not familiar with my dog Jack, he was an emotional support animal whose previous owner unfortunately moved into a living condition where he could not go with her. So we took over ownership of Jack about a little over a year and a half ago now, and he's been nothing but amazing for our boys. I don't like to go into too much stuff on stream, but you know, we have two boys who are both on the spectrum, and he's just been amazing for them. So that dog is loved at an expert level in our house. Weird. All right, whatever. Well, I guess we look like the noobs then. All right. We're going to be fighting a big... Oh, hey, I didn't miss any arcane splinters. We're going to be fighting a big elemental tree here. And then we've got one more boss after that, which is basically immediately after them. And then we'll be wrapped up in this particular dungeon, and we'll wrap up for the night. He's just the best dog. Like, you know, I know everybody says their dog's the best dog, but like, he's been in here with me through the whole stream, and he's just chilling. You know, he's not getting into trouble. He's not crying. He's not barking. He's just hanging out, you know. It's just so nice. He drives Acelia up the wall a little bit. We had to take him to the vet last week because we bought some I think I was talking about this on Thursday. We bought some silicone Easter toy. Like, we bought some Easter toys for the boys. Yeah. Exclamation point Discord. We'll bring up the Discord info, and you can see pictures of them there. But we bought the boys some you know, Easter stuff. We're not religious, but we still do like Easter candy and stuff like that. So we had bought them like these cool little like silicone animals that like lit up when you like dropped them or threw them or something. And they were like on a table. They weren't on the ground. And Jack ate all of the silicone off of both of the animals. Like, he left the lights and stuff, thankfully, but he ate like, I don't know, what would you say, Acelia? Like probably half a pound of silicone or something like that. It was ridiculous. So we had to take him and and the vet had to force him to vomit and all that kind of stuff. And then he comes home and like immediately eats some Easter chocolate that he found in our room because somebody left the door open by accident. And so he ate some Easter chocolate. And so he's just not a smart boy. Loving boy. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful puppy. Dumb as a bag of hammers. That poor boy. This was another fight. You didn't really see it very much, but he put like these ice spikes down on the ground. And if you don't avoid them, you get thrown into the... You take damage and you get thrown up, and then you take damage when you fall down. Yeah, only like one little egg. It wasn't dangerous considering his size, but it still was more than he should have had. But you get thrown up by these spikes, and then when you fall down, you oh, I'm missing an arcane splinter. Oh, this guy right here. So yeah, just wonderful, wonderful boy, but not the smartest puppy. All right, so here is our last boss. So this is a dragon fight. What makes this fight particularly fun, and again, this is another example of why I like Beastmaster Hunter so much, is when we're doing this fight, the dragon is going to cause the ground to freeze, and we're going to need to constantly jump to drop a debuff that the dragon puts on us. And I can jump the whole time that I'm playing. There's nothing that I can't do while jumping. Whereas, like Town, who's playing a mage, he needs to stand and cast and then jump, right? I thought the jumping was every difficulty. Is the jumping only on heroic? No, the jumping is on normal. I just got the debuff. So if you see, if I stand still, I turn blue and I get this debuff. Intense cold. 12 frost damage. Any movement will fix it. And then he roots you. And if he roots you, you start to get the stack, right? So I'm taking more damage. My attacks are slower. My movement is slower. But then I can jump. Really need the healer to toss me a heal here. The tank is full. You don't need to keep healing him. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I can just keep jumping to get rid of this this debuff. Looks like we lost Town here. All right, so we hit level 12. We get a satchel of icy goods. We will loot and then we will wrap up. Oh, we got some bracers. We'll open our satchel. Our satchel gave us some gloves. And we'll turn in these quests and then we'll get out of WoW here. Let's see. We got some boots. We got different gloves. What gloves do I want? Agility, stamina, 2 agility. 2 agility, that's crit and haste. Those are better. Not that it matters at low levels, but, and we don't use that because we have an heirloom. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the dungeon. And we will switch over to chatting. So we ran a little bit long tonight, but I hope everybody had a good time. Things went a little awry with what our plans were for Diablo. I did not expect that 9 minutes into my stream I'd be changing the game. We really got dunked on master difficulty, so I think maybe it's something that we need to think about, starting at a lower difficulty and stepping up a little bit more gradually. When I originally started the hardcore run, I started at a difficulty that would be challenging because I thought that would be interesting to watch. The problem was, as soon as I upped the difficulty, it went from challenging to overwhelming, right? So if we start at a slightly lower difficulty, it allows us to build into challenging rather than starting at challenging and building into overwhelming. So I think that's what we're going to be looking at doing the next time that we do something like this. We had some fun playing World of Warcraft. To the guys who are playing with me, obviously I'm not going to tell you not to play those characters, but if you want to keep them around the same level, we'll come back to this. We can do some just random dungeoning and stuff and get these guys up. So feel free to keep them at that level, and I'll let you know, maybe a day ahead of time if I'm planning on doing this for the stream, and we can find some more time to play these on stream. And of course, anybody else is welcome to join. As it is a 5-man group, we have 2 more slots that we can take, 1 more DPS and a healer. So if you're interested, feel free to let me know. Again, I want to take some time just to say thank you to everybody. It's been awesome. I hope that you're enjoying the channel points. Yeah, or we could take a take. That's true. I hope you're enjoying the channel points. That was like my big thing with getting to affiliate. I really wanted to give you guys some fun stuff that you could redeem to, interact with me in new ways. So I hope that that's been fun for you. If you have suggestions for the channel points, let me know. And again, if there's anything that you're seeing that you're like, man, that was like pretty good, but I really wish that H would have done this. Let me know. I really want to know that. Especially right now, we've got a very small community overall. So before I start doing anything crazy about trying to find other people, I want to make sure you guys stick around. And the way that I think you guys will stick around is if you enjoy the content. So let me know what I can be doing better. I want to make sure that this is always an enjoyable show for you when you get a chance to watch it. And if there's anything else I can do to help make your nights better when we're streaming together, please let me know. I'm going to wrap things up because we are 14 minutes over when I normally stream. But thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for the bits earlier. Thanks for the sub earlier, Noki. And again, I'll see you on Thursday, and we'll see what we do then. Have a good night, everybody.